Fantastic.
Good afternoon, Whale Coin Talk community. My name is Noah. This is the third AMA of today. We're here with Fat Cat Killer. Gentlemen, welcome. And before we get started talking about the project, how about you go ahead and give us a quick background of who you are and how you got to be in the crypto space today?
Okay, I work for the team from Fat Cat Killer in the public relations sector. The team is founded by Billy, Romain, and Max that are all here listening in the chat. So I'm excited to talk to you about Fat Cat Killer coming out. It's going to be the native token that's integrated with the Killer wallet and Killer payment system that we have coming out. So I know dev time is limited. So if Roman, if you want to just give a background about you guys and a bit of your history.
Sure. My name is Roman. I'm going to talk to you about the project Fat Cat Killer. It was founded by Billy, Max, and myself. We are friends and partners. We have multiple business together in the cryptocurrency, in the hospitality, and in the marketing. We have a marketing company, which is essentially a data collection company. So we kind of, scroll the internet and try to figure out what people want, what people don't want, what people likes and dislikes, etc., etc. So with those data, we can help our customer to define the best marketing strategy. So that's for the marketing part. We also we invested quite a bit of money for the past few years, 10 years or more, in the hospitality business. So we have restaurants, bars, etc., in the US. We do a little bit of real estate as well, but it doesn't have much to do with the project. And we have been in cryptocurrency since quite a little bit. We started a crypto as investor, in 2013, 14, 15. And then rapidly we understood that the demand was growing and the cryptocurrency needed, some help to, kind of to join the merchant and the crypto holder. So early on, we really thought that the cryptocurrency could be a mode of payment and kind of the best mode of payment in the world. And we have been working on, on the idea of developing the best mode of payment in the world, to be specific. And so that's how the project came. We also had a company in Costa Rica, make it quick to introduce, like I say, retailers and merchant and vendors to to a coin holder. So from that, back to the US, since we're in a hospitality business and we have, like I said, bar, nightclubs, restaurants, etc., we see the demand growing. We have a lot of customers wanted to spend their money, their coins, into our business, and yet it was nothing out there to take those coins or tokens. And a few years ago, about two years ago, to be a little bit more specific, we came up with the idea of developing our own payment platform, payment system. We have a lot of friends in the development side, overseas and in the US. So we reached out to them. We all got together, and then the project started all around the payment system. So we started building the software, yada yada yada. A few months later, we look at each other and we're like, we need to have a token attached to the payment system. It just makes sense. It's just the way it's supposed to be, and that's how Killer, which is the ticker for Fat Cat Killer, that's how Killer become our own token. And you're gonna ask me why you need a token? Why not just use Ethereum, Bitcoin, the mainstream,
You read my mind.
I know, right? It's very simple. We wanted to make sure that our token will give something special to the coin order, to the token order. So we're gonna have a system. We call it the cashback. Obviously, there's no cash. It's a token back. But more you spend on specific merchant, more you spend, more coin back or token back you get. And kind of like the cash back you get from your regular credit card in whatever country you are. There's that cashback system. So we kind of going to implement that with Killer and the Killer Pay, and also you can get discounts. So we've been in touch with 200 plus retailers and merchant, et cetera, et cetera. We so far signed 52. I think there's about 50 on the website, but there is a lot more coming. I think by summer I don't want to put numbers, but we will. It will be much more than that. We're talking to big chains, like big hotel chains and stuff like that. We're having amazing meeting with a lot of retailers, and everybody love the project. Everybody wants to accept cryptocurrency. They know it's the future. When this discussion 5 years ago, people would have been like, I don't need to accept crypto. Who cares? What is it? Really kind of against it. Today, we find out that every single retailer that we talk to, they embrace the idea of accepting crypto, especially if it can be, working hands to hands with their POS system. POS, I mean point of sale system. Mm-hmm. And that's the key. There's a lot of application out there, but none of them works the way we design it. For the reason is we are in the industry. We are in the hospitality industry. We know how the back end works. We know both sides, like the customer side. I go out as much as you guys go. I know how I want to spend my token. And on the business side, I'm also a business owner. Again, I have nightclubs, bar, and restaurants. So I know how I want to receive it. And now I need to receive it. And this is very important. We came up with something that accommodates both worlds. So on the merchant side, it's not just a payment system when you get a token hitting your POS and you don't know, you don't really know how to do, accounting with it. You don't know because there's a fluctuation obviously in the price. So when you receive it and then the price goes up or down, when you cash out your register at the end of the night, your $3 beer or your $20 burger and a beer might become $16, right? Because by the time you close your tab, the price goes down. So we find, and again, I can't really talk too much about the secret sauce behind it. We're about to file a patent. I mean, there's a lot of things behind it, but we find the perfect business model so we can accommodate any POS system in the world and satisfy the merchant. So I know I talk a lot about the payment system and not too much about the coin. Is because we really an utility token. This is what we are. We came up with a token that works with the payment system, but we are a payment system company, And you also gonna ask me, why did you, since you're an utility token, why you didn't go on, play with the big boys with, ETH, Ethereum? Why are you here? It's very simple. The gas fee are extremely low. The payment system, the way it works, had to be set the way we did it on the Binance. It's as of right now, we cannot, the way we did the business, and Max can talk to you a little bit more about the technical aspect because he's really the technical guy of the project. But we choose Binance for that reason. It's just cheaper. It's the only way we can do cashback. It's the only way we can satisfy the merchant. I mean, now you use a credit card, you pay 2.5 to 3.5%, which is outrageous. With our payment system, you will pay less than 1%. So a big advantage on both sides. It's just I'm just passionate about it. It's just amazing what we created. But this is about I guess the overall of the project. Obviously, there's other things going on. I guess we're gonna wait for your question. Hopefully, Max is gonna be able to jump in. He's very busy with the developers right now, but I think he's on the line. And then Billy, that's right next to me, is the top guy for the marketing and is the top guy for the charity aspect of the project. So any question about the charity, you're gonna feel he's extremely passionate about it. This is really his baby. He knows everything about it. It really helped the whole project with the charity part and the marketing part of it.
Yeah. So Billy, and by the way, thank you for breaking all of that down for us. I have a lot of questions. The first one being, tell me the difference between the Killer Wallet and Killer Pay. Is Killer Pay a function of the Killer Wallet, or are they two separate utilities?
Yeah. So the Killer Wallet. Oh, go ahead, Ruben. Take it.
No. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. Just I don't want to be the party pooper. I guess. Go ahead.
No.
So well.
You're both free. I mean, you're both free to speak. This is an open AMA, so whatever you guys want to talk about and however much you guys want to talk, it's up to you. I'm here to facilitate.
Yeah. No. The Killer Wallet is, it's something sort of similar to Trust Wallet, but it's really made to be a lot more user friendly. And then the Killer payment system is going to be integrated with your Killer Wallet. So it'll be similar to an Apple Pay. It's not going to be like crypto.com where you're going to, have to receive a credit card or stake your tokens or anything like that for a certain period of time. It'll be a lot more similar to Apple Pay. And they've also partnered with Strikeforce Technologies. So if you go to our website, fatcatkiller.com, you can read a lot more about Strikeforce. And like for 20 years, they're a leader in cybersecurity. So with that partnership, the Killer Wallet is going to be probably one of the most, probably the most secure wallet you're ever going to get on the market. And that also is protecting the Killer Pay system too. So your money's, safe there. You don't have to worry about it.
And Justin, what are some differences between the Killer Wallet and all the other wallets that are out there currently? I mean, I feel like that space is super saturated. What are some ways you guys are distinguishing yourselves?
Well, Max, you want to take that one?
Sure. One of the key differences that is going to be is the security aspect of it, right? That's why we're partnering with Strikeforce. So the authentication of the user of the wallet, as well as the authentication during the transaction processing and things like that, is going to be different, and it's going to be a little bit, at least a little bit better than anything that's out there. And it's definitely going to be better than majority of the wallets. That's all I can kind of disclose at the moment on this. That's very, I guess that's a very significant improvement over what it is, but definitely that's one of the things we're going to be pushing for.
Is it a custodial wallet?
No, it's not necessarily going to be structured in that way.
Okay. And is it AES encrypted?
That I actually, I'm a product manager, but I'm not necessarily know the specifics of the specific technologies.
So
I'm not 100%.
Yeah, the design's Roman again. The design of the wallet, it's again, when we not excel in one thing and we know, it's not necessarily our forte, we always go to a third party. And you're gonna see that with the wallet. We partner with Strikeforce, like Justin said, 20 years of experience. They are the one designing the wallet. So we're working with them, we're on the phone with them daily. But all the technical behind it, this is a cyber security. All the security behind it, it's handled by them. And you're going to see that same thing with the charity. When it comes to charity, I give money to charity myself as a person, but it's when you have a business and you want to do a huge transparency, you need to have a third party. And they know what they're doing. They've been doing that longer than everybody here on the call. So that's why when you see on the roadmap or when you see on the white paper so many partners with us, it's because we don't try to reinvent the wheel. We don't think we are better than everybody in the world. What we do, and I think it's the smart way to do it, it's when we bumped on something that we don't control perfectly, we just go to the best out there and we partner up with them. And then they take care of something that we're not necessarily the best at.
And on that note, Billy, I do see that you guys are big on philanthropy, and I did read that 10% of the tokens burnt are going to be allocated towards charity. So, what are some causes that are important to you all?
Yeah, so I just want to clarify something. So our tax is 10%, 7% goes to the burn, 1% goes to development, 1% goes to marketing, and 1% goes to charity. So what we did is, I'll kind of siphon through the whole reason why we chose Global Empowerment Mission. Like Roman says, what smart people do is they surround themselves with smarter people, right? So in the philanthropic aspect, there is a relationship, number one, with Global Empowerment Mission with a couple individuals who sit on our board, Omar Rosario and Juan Padro. They spent 6 months after Hurricane Maria working with Global Empowerment Mission in Puerto Rico, doing everything from burying bodies to building homes. And they introduced us to the founder of Global Empowerment, which is Michael Capone. And Michael Capone's mission has been basically to be the fastest responding nonprofit that's not tied up in bureaucracy, that spends all of its money on the actual project at hand and being fully transparent. And as you can see, they've had the Guide Star symbol of transparency the last 7 years, the last few platinum, the years before that gold. And what they do is they're extremely project-based. So, we choose a project. Let's say, for example, our first one is going to be building homes for Habitat and Hope United in Honduras. We're setting a goal of so many homes, and the money is siphoned to GEM, and GEM goes ahead and controls the entire project to Habitat and Hope United. So from start to finish, you can see, Fat Cat Killer is responsible for this project. From start to finish, there'll be photos and documentation for everything. So why is charity, important to us? Well, besides the cliche that, when you're given, you should give back, there are some really pragmatic reasons. Number one, cryptocurrency has been involved in changing people's lives in no other way, I think, since the advent of, modern economics, in which very little can transform into a lot and basically can break through all of the ceilings of the social class barriers that exist. The problem with that is that, I witnessed this in Puerto Rico, is that the crypto millionaires and billionaires are driving up the inflationary prices, and the 1% are taking what the 99% used to be served. So, how do we level that playing field a little bit? And that's how, we give back based upon a transaction fee, not based upon what the token is worth, and then attach some real tangible value to it, an institution that documents the entire process, that's transparent, that has a low operational cost at 3% to it, so people actually see their dollars going to work. And once they see that, not only will other buyers of tokens and coins witness it, but also, make no mistake, government institutions who are supposed to provide better homes, are supposed to provide tools, instruments, affordable housing, affordable leases for business owners. They see that cryptocurrency is stepping in to its place and filling a gap where it's needed. And, when that happens, less and less regulation, or more acceptance from a government level, embracing the entire market. And third and finally, there's a marketing component to it as well. So that's kind of the charitable aspect rolled up as quickly as I could speak. If you have any questions, let me know.
No, certainly. And it sounds like you guys are big on closing the income inequality gap.
Yeah, I mean, we're again, it's worked for the individual as far as crypto goes, closing the gap, but it's also time that it starts servicing communities at large. Certainly.
And can you highlight some of the major partnerships that you currently have?
Sure. We are partnered with the CEO of Smart Tabs. They are our POS system of choice, which we are testing in beta. The other ones we have not signed yet, that we are working on, so we can't announce who they are. We have the CEO of Matchpoint Connection, Brian Oliver, who has a influencer-based app that matches influencers with vendors who want to pay them. He was also CEO of United Drug Card, which is still valued at a multi-billion, the multi-billion range. I can't pull the number off the top of my head, but he sold his interest for almost, $1 billion on that. And this is his new startup. George, the CEO of Strikeforce. He is also on our board as well. We have, Roman, you want to talk about the developers that we have on the board as far as our partnerships? Or no? Okay. He doesn't. So he's on the phone right now.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries.
Yeah, no, but more or less, as far as our partnerships go, then there's Global Empowerment Mission at the same side. And we have a couple of guys who own some popular coins who are also sitting on our board. You will also see them put up on the website in short order before we launch. So that's it in a nutshell.
Great. And I want to circle back to Killer Pay. I was curious to know which merchants, luxury brands, restaurants you're currently compatible with.
Sure. So we have several. Some are on a local level, some are on a national level. But we have the Cabaret, the Penthouse brand Cabaret Club. They're signed on with us. We have Audi on a local level here in New Orleans, the Audi dealership. We have Homage Hotel and Resorts. We have Ooby Dooby Festival, XXM Festival, Sunset Music Festival is signing on with us as well. Roman, do you have and then we have a bunch of different 5-star restaurants in Colorado, in New Orleans as well, and in the Caribbean. Let's see, what other luxury brands do we have out there, Roman?
And is Killer Pay usable the same way that Apple Pay is, right? You hold it up to a POS station and it takes the transaction.
Okay, can you say that again?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No.
So, do you mean me?
He just didn't hear the question, but yes,
Yeah.
no, it's similar to the Apple Pay system where you're just gonna be able to use your phone to pay. You don't need a credit card or anything like that.
Are there any sort of transaction fees?
The idea of this is to have transaction fees as close to zero as possible. That's why we are using the Binance chain. So it's the cheapest available for a merchant, and also obviously for a person using their tokens because they're not paying a withdrawal fee.
What if I only hold Bitcoin and Ethereum and I want to pay in those assets?
That's completely fine.
But they have to be on the BSC, correct?
No, your wallet's going to be able to store all those.
Okay, great. That's awesome.
If you look at our roadmap, we have an exchange also coming, so there will be some nuances that will be cleared up by that transfer.
Yeah, I did want you to describe your plans for the Killer Exchange.
That we actually right now is not going to be a fully blown description. It's just going to be an exchange that's going to specialize, and it will be specializing on merchants. I can just say that it's not targeted to be an exchange for individuals.
Understood. And you gave me a high-level overview of your tokenomics. Can you tell me how long the founder, advisor, and team tokens are locked for?
59 weeks at the very least. Influencers maybe perhaps for longer, but at the very least it's 59 weeks.
And in what ways? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, so what's going to happen with there's a lock mechanism in place. So what's going to happen is anyone that does have tokens, not all the tokens have been given out or anything. Some are being saved up for, like influencers, like he mentioned, in case we bring them on board. So 6% will be released of that. So say if someone's holding, no one's going to be holding besides the founders over 1%. They'll only receive 6% of that upon launch. And then for the next 3 months, they won't receive anything. And then after that, it'll start to release 2% to them per week so roughly about 59 weeks, like you mentioned, until they will have received their tokens.
Did you guys have a private sale and a pre-sale?
No, it's completely fair launch. The team self-funded this project since 2021.
That's awesome. And in what ways is the token hyperdeflationary?
Well, it's a 7% burn on every sale. So every sale transaction, 7% is getting burned off the supply.
Okay. And is the burn indefinite?
Until it reaches 1% of the total supply. And that's embedded into the contract as well. So it can't be changed or edited. And speaking of the contract, it was created by the backend dev of WebMoney, Alex, which is like a global settlement system. If you Google WebMoney, you can find out a lot more about that. We don't have to go like too deep into it, but he's got over 10 years in crypto development. So the contract's been built on compiler version 0.8.5. So it's up to date.
And the contract is audited, correct?
Yes. So we already have our audit in from Sokin. The second audit is submitted, being done right now by Solidity Finance today. And we have the third audit being done as well.
And can you tell us about your SEC filing? What are some advantages to getting that?
Well, because it's going to be stay globally compliant, we need the SEC filing, but so there will be no LLC in the States. The company is based out of Panama to keep up with the globally compliance, so that this will be available for everyone.
Oh, sorry to cut you off. How big is your team?
They can answer that. There's 15 that I know of. And then
15 beside the marketing. That's people that are currently listed on the website. We actually have close to 20 people plus the marketing teams. Marketing teams. I don't even know how many, including the influencers, to be honest with you. But it's around 20 people right now between advisors, consultants, team participants, developers, etc. 15 of them are currently listed on the website.
Is the team mostly doxed and KYC'd?
The founders will be KYC'd, not the whole team. We're not going to be KYCing the whole team, especially advisors and people who kind of allowed us to use their wisdom and experience. But we definitely will be.
Yeah, that's understandable. What are your plans for the Coinback program? How's that going to look?
We haven't released exactly what the percentage is going to be yet. That will come closer to the launch of the wallet. Testing is going to begin around October. The wallet will be released to the public in January, Q1 2023. And then the payment system will be going at around March of 2023.
Okay, nice. So in about a year.
Yeah, about that.
And gentlemen, before I get to community questions here, I still have some more, but I wanted to go back and forth. Is there anything that I haven't asked that you want to talk about? I was curious to know if you're going to go multi-chain. It seems like you're cozy on BSC, though. It doesn't seem like you're too keen on spreading over, or really have a need to spread over to another chain.
It's not really necessary. We've seen how a lot of it goes with some of the projects that, try to go chain to chain to chain to chain. Some of them try to do 4 chains at once. But for this project, BSC is going to be the most fundamental for the use of the payment system for the native token. Mm-hmm. Some of the basic questions that people might want to know. There is multi-signatures on the wallets between the founders. So the LP wallet, the foundation wallet for adding the LP, the marketing wallet, and the charity wallet all have multi-sigs on them.
I can also add that the liquidity pool will be locked for a year at the very minimum. So we definitely going to do that.
Great. So I'm going to call on hands, and then if you guys have anything else to say in between questions, please feel free to do so. I will follow up with some more questions after our community members.
Sure.
Aisha, go for it. Aisha, you there?
Yeah, thanks, Noah. Okay. On your white paper, it's mentioned that you have partnered up with Strike Force Technologies to utilize its patent mobile keystroke encryption and its out-of-band multi-factor authentication platform for the security of wallet. I want to understand that how will out-of-band multi-factor authentication work? I mean, how is this two-factor authentication different and more secure as compared to normal two-factor authentication?
Good question, Emax. You want to take that one?
Yes, I'm actually between two meetings right now, so
I know
I'll
you're
try to
busy.
answer this really quick. This is a question for Strikeforce. On the differences, some of that stuff is trade secret from them, and just kind of describing it from our perspective, it will work smoother for the owner of the wallet, yet it will provide better security. So that's kind of the only way I can describe it, but the inner workings of that's kind of the secret sauce from the Strikeforce.
Okay, got it. And I've read on your white paper that as part of your marketing strategy, you will select the best of the NFTs produced by Fat Cat Killer community and reward the most creative artists. I was thinking that how will the most creative artists be selected for the rewards? I mean, will the Cat Killer team select the artists, or community can vote for the NFT art that they like the most? How will they work out?
There is a community voting system in place. It will be for that as well, but they're also for decentralized exchanges as well. So the community is, if you're holding Fat Cat Killer, you will be able to vote. If you're not holding it, you can't vote. But it will be a community vote decision.
Okay, understood. I also want to know that how will community member be able to participate in the NFT designing contest for winning rewards? I mean, what will be the requirements for community members?
Well, there's a partnership in place with Dart that they can probably speak a little more better upon than me. But with that partnership, you can create your own NFTs, sell them there.
So let me jump in very quick to try to ease the question. So like I said, the NFT and for NFT lovers, they're probably not gonna like my answer, but we're not specifically doing NFTs like every other coins that come out there that they feel the need to do NFTs. We're a payment platform. The NFT is part of it, as you can read on the white paper. It kind of says naturally we will do NFTs because communities and everybody like NFTs, and we really want to please our community. So we will have NFTs, but it's not really, we are not going to go to the metaverse. We're not going to be the #1 platform that sell and create NFTs. This is not where we are going. We are 100% committed to payment system. The NFT part of it will be done through our partnership. So, like I said earlier, when it's very difficult for us to come up with the highest security for the wallet, then we find the best company to do so. And it's kind of the same thing with the NFTs. We met the founder of DoArt, and they have an amazing idea. I think when they are going to launch, it will be like humongous. It will literally make everybody go to their platform. I don't want to do too much publicity for them, but the project is really, really good, and we're going to work together. So the community will be involved into the process, but again, it will be ran by the third party, which they are our partner. That's something that, we're going to be so busy and so focused. We don't want to do everything because it's cool to do everything. We want to focus on what we intended to do since a long time now, is the payment system, and we're going to leave the rest to our partner with our supervision and the involvement of the community. I hope I answer your question.
I think the other part, the other portion of the question is how do you become involved with a community decision, and that's coin holders are involved in community decisions.
Yeah,
Roman, you want
the second part.
Roman, you want to talk a little bit like the voting system? If we didn't lose them.
Yeah, no, hold on. I'm cutting off. Sorry. Hold on a second. Let me try to get the thing.
Okay, thank you for your explanation. Got it. Okay, last question from my side. You mentioned that Killer Pay will be like Apple Pay. I want to know that will Killer Wallet app be NFC enabled so users can make contactless payments on various outlets that you have partnership with?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. The NFTs with the wallet?
No. NFC, near field communication.
Oh, yeah. Again, that's a technical question that Max did answer, but I think he's on a call. But yeah, it will be. It's pretty much kind of the same platform as Apple Pay, so it will be NFC. You will be able to use your phone to tap and pay anywhere at any POS transaction system. It's going to accept.
Okay, got it. So it will be like Apple Pay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for answering my questions.
I don't like comparing apples. Like it's pretty much the same, but I don't like comparing it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Thanks for the questions, Aisha. Venice, go for it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Noah. Actually, while I was going through the white paper, I came to know that you guys have plans to burn 99% of the tokens. So I was wondering how much time will you need, or what is the estimated time that it will take to burn 99% of the tokens?
That'll completely depend on volume.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yep. It's a hard question. I mean, if you have the volume of the top 10 coins that's out there, it's going to be pretty quick. If you have the volume of the last 4,000, it may take quite some time. So it really depends on the success of the project, and hopefully you guys that listening, will enjoy this conversation that we have with you and understand that there's transparency. The project is real, and we'll obviously buy and hold the coins, and it really depends on the volume. It's hard to tell. It can be quick. It can take a long time.
Okay, and I also read that multiple worldwide locations have committed to accepting Killer token using Killer Pay. So could you please tell us about these locations? What are they, and which brands have accepted Killer as their payment method?
If you go to fatcatkiller.com and just go down to the bottom, you can see the partners we've already announced. We already have 50 that have contractually agreed, and a lot more in the works that Roman was mentioning earlier. We're not going to, the team won't give out anything that's not contractually signed yet. But if on fatcatkiller.com, you can see the partners that we've already partnered with, where you can get incentives for using the native token as well. But you can also be able to pay with using Bitcoin or Ethereum or ADA. If you don't want to use your tokens, you'll be able to choose what you pay.
Yeah, like Justin. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. It's okay.
Okay, so yeah, I was saying, like Justin said, I mean, we've been talking to over 200 retailers, merchant, whatever you want to call it. We're not the kind of people that's going to put names on the website just because we had a 2-minute conversation with them. We do everything, with contracts. So everything we have with the one that's actually on the website, like Justin mentioned, we actually have a contract between us. They are going to work with us through the development of Kilo Pay. We're gonna do testing with their POS system in their location, and then when we are ready to launch, they obviously will accept our token, and they will accept Kilo Pay. I want to touch on what Billy mentioned earlier. He named one of the one of the partner that we have, one of the merchant that we have, a Penthouse Club, which is for whoever knows the name, it's a strip club. It's essentially a gentleman club where you have girls dancing on a pole, etc., etc. So it's a big company here in the U.S. They have multiple locations. Each location make multi-million dollar. Most of them make over $10 million. And this company specifically, approach us. We didn't even contact them. Approach us and they say, "Look, guys, it looks like you have the right thing, and we want to use Kilo Pay. We want to partner up with you guys. We want to be, we want to help you develop the product." To the point where I'm not supposed to say that because it's kind of but I'm gonna give you a tip. They're about to send a press release in the next 2 weeks, an official press release that's gonna be seen everywhere, mentioning us and mentioning this partnership that we have with them. So again, that's a tip. It's not official, but you will see that in coming weeks. And I think all the partners, as soon as we're gonna sign, those merchants, I think each one of them is gonna start going out there and publicly announce that they work with us. And in the next few months, I think we're gonna go from like 50 vendor to 200, or 500, or 40 more by the end of the year. And you can imagine if all of them are doing press releases, announcing, using Kilo Pay, how much impact is gonna be. I don't want to promise anything, but I'm telling you exactly what's happening. Penthouse is about to do a press release. The 51 or 50 that we have on the website are actually currently tied up with us with a letter of intent and some sort of contract, and we have more coming up. Just right out there.
Wow, that's really, really amazing. You guys have really great plans. Okay, so I have one more question to ask. While I was reading your white paper, I also came to know that you have several incubators for the charity aspect. So I was wondering, is there any specific reason behind choosing those specific incubators like Puerto Rico? And please tell us about any upcoming incubators if you have.
Yeah, sure. So, just touching on Puerto Rico is just from personal experience, because it is a kind of a central hub tax haven for people that buy, sell, trade on, in large levels cryptocurrency, and witnessing the inflationary pressures that have exerted on the island. And the island has a lot of debt too, and the government can't create a lot of services. So that's why that was a very important element for us. So remember, we're project based, so we can pivot at any point once the project is completed. But we did choose Habitat and Hope United because one of our influencers is Ben Higgins. You may know him from, as the big star on The Bachelor. He's known as kind of the poster child, good boy of one of them that lives a clean life, has a great relationship, does a lot of charitable work, and he's kind of the face that we would love to have involved in the project. And as an influencer, he didn't want any coins. He's actually like, look, I want to invest a small sum of money in it, and I want you to direct your first charitable project towards our charity in Honduras. And they've actually worked with Global Empowerment Mission before, so that relationship is there. So we felt like it was a natural fit from an efficiency standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, and from a do-gooding standpoint, all together wrapped up in one.
Okay, that's really awesome. I really admire you guys. You guys are doing really great job, and thank you so much for answering all my questions.
You're very, very welcome. Pleasure for your questions.
Hey, thanks a lot, Venice. Say it, you're next.
Yeah, thank you, Noah. Okay, so you have provided a lot of detail about Killer Wallet, but just to be clear, I want to know that do users have to hold a Killer native token in their wallet to be able to use this wallet, or they can use other cryptocurrencies as a payment method without holding a Killer token?
No, the wallet is going to be free to download for everyone in the payment system. It's just going to be an app on the iOS store and Google Play Store. Um, we would have the DApp function ready for Android, but because obviously iOS removed that function, until they change that, there won't have that DApp function there. But yeah, it's free for everyone. You don't have to use it. There is definitely benefits to holding the native token.
Okay, understood. Thank you for clearing that. Okay, so I was just wondering that do you have any plan in future to maybe offer Visa or Master debit card to go along with killer payment methods or app, or it's not on your plan?
It's not at the moment. Obviously, everything can involve. We always looking for for something better and something to add that will make the merchant and the user give the user and the merchant a better experience. But at the moment, we really want to focus on. We don't want to be distracted. Our goal is really finishing up where we started, come up with the best payment system, getting Killer Pay everywhere, and we already have people calling us and asking us about it, merchants. So I think we want to focus on that. We definitely we're not limited to just that, but I like to do one thing and do it well, and then do something else after. I don't like to shoot 50 rabbits at the same time. Normally, I miss half of them, So it's something that we may do later on.
Okay, understood. So on your white paper, I was going through it, and I have read that Fat Cat Killer will choose charitable institutions through a GEM platform. So I was wondering that will community also have the say in choosing charity organizations, or the GEM platform will be choosing that?
So so just to clarify that, we didn't have any plans for the community to choose the charitable institutions. In the future, we're going to set that up, but as it stands right now, that's not how it's set up. So at the very beginning, we have our projects. One is the first one for the obvious reasons. Our second one is going to be in Puerto Rico, and then after that, I think it makes more sense to get the community involved. But we just need to establish a foundation and a base for success, and we feel like we're better suited to do that, at least coming out of the gate.
Okay, understood. Moving to my final question, you have a lot of partners I've seen on the website. So I was just curious that are there any e-commerce platforms partner as well in this with you?
So it's funny. It's actually a really good question, and the question cannot be. It's really the right time. If you asked me that a week ago, I would have said no. As of today, there is some talk with a platform right now. We're not the kind of people that are going to tell you the name until we sign a contract and it's publicly available to share. But yeah, there's a talk right now for the past few days actually with the e-commerce platform. Yes, and we actually hope that in the future we will have more e-commerce platform than just the one we're talking to right now.
Awesome. Thank you for explaining that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the question, Sayed. Boomer Light, you're next.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. First of all, thanks for the great opportunity, Noah, and I do commend you guys for the great presentation. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. I just want to ask a question based on the tokens. You see, for most people, the main focus of any crypto community is on the price of the token. You see, for some investors, when they want to invest in a project, and you see, they first of all look at the increase of the token, because when the token increase, they are happy, and when the token decrease, some of them are really really sad, and that will make them to tend to lose interest in investing in your project. So I would like to know, yeah, what is the team plan? Yeah, what are your team plan to strengthen and grow a loyal community, and how can we trust it as an investor? Hope you get the question.
Yeah, I mean it's Roman. So it's a good question. I want to make sure I understood it. So cut me if I'm going in the wrong direction. But I believe your question is, are we going to keep pretty much the candle green and going up, not down? If that's the question, there's few things that will happen. First of all, you got 7% burn. It's a significant amount. 7% every sell. It's not a small amount, so that should help. And obviously, we have a lot of BNB to back up any drop. And there's also a marketing strategy behind it. I mean, there's only really three components that make a coin successful. When the coin goes down, some of the other token or the coins companies, what they do is they start burning a significant amount of coins to try to get the price goes back up. And then also when you have a large sale, what you can do, I don't know if you're very technical into the crypto space, but you can add BNB into the liquidity pool, to leverage. And also the biggest one is marketing strategy. I mean, we have a large amount of influencer due to our partnership. We have a lot of amount of influencer, and we will use. What we're not going to do, we're not going to use all of them pre-launch screaming, buy killer, whatever. We are going to use them in a strategic way where we want to make sure that every time, there's no news for a little bit, and then the coins start to go down a little bit, we can have those large influencers with millions and millions of followers, talking about the coin and getting the word out there that we are going to get this payment system, et cetera, et cetera. So between those three components, we feel confident that we will fight the volatility of the token.
Okay, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Yeah, I don't love the answer because it links to my question. Also, I want to know, because you see, there are so many new users who are new to the crypto space, and also they are also new to your project. And you see, some of them are finding it hard, yeah, to finding it hard in adding your token to their wallet. So I just want to know, yeah, what other ways or aspects can we be able to do that, or do you have tutorials where we can learn about when we can learn to do that? And also, what do you have education system, yeah, where you can teach new users, new investors who are new to the crypto space and also new to your project? You have any education system that can be able to teach them more about, to know more about the project? And also, what other ways or aspects can we get to know how to add the token to the wallet? So hope you get the question.
So again, I mean, I love this, MA, because this is another question that you guys are right on point and at the right time again. It's actually funny. We are about, when I say about, it's not tomorrow, but we're about to release exactly what you're asking, that's why it's funny. We are going to make we believe, and I want you guys to comment on it. It's going to be on YouTube. Please feel free to trash us if you think it's a very stupid video. But we actually think we're going to do the best tutorial on how to buy our token, but any other token as well. But obviously, it will be our token. I don't want to tell you the way the video is going to be running, but it's going to be a very interesting video, to say the least. It's not going to be that boring video or if you have a guy with a green screen, talking like his ass off for 20 minutes, and at the end of the 20 minutes, you're like, what the hell he talk about? What he just said? I don't understand anything. We are going to make a very good tutorial on how to buy Killer using PancakeSwap, MetaMask, or Trust Wallet. So yes, that's coming, and it's actually in process to be built right now as we speak. So I just love it. And at the meantime, my partner Max and Billy, since we wanted to do this video and we already started the process of making that tutorial, we actually wanted to do a little bit more and started to do some educational video, because there's a lot of people out there that don't really understand how the liquidity pool works, how the burn works, the fees, etc., etc. I mean, if you're new to crypto, it's a lot to take once, and you're probably gonna have to watch like 10 or 20 different videos on YouTube. It's gonna take you the whole day and try to figure out piece by piece what it's all about. And so yes, we are going to do that again. The second one is not going to be immediate. It's not going to be soon because we don't have too much time. We're working a lot on the Killer Pay, but the tutorial how to buy this will be released. I want to say within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks it should be out on YouTube. So check out our YouTube page. Check out our Twitter. It will be announced on Twitter, on Telegram. We will release that tutorial for you guys and for everybody that having a hard time to buy through the system, PancakeSwap and MetaMask and Trust Wallet.
Okay, great stuff, man. Great stuff. Yeah, I do love the answer. So my last question is basically about the project. Yeah, because I do love your project. It's a very great one. I've gone through your website and it's a very great project. I do love it. So I just want to know, how do you plan to give investors confidence in your project? First, in terms of the security and safety of their funds, especially knowing that the most of your target investors are coming from the BSC and have mostly been a victim of a scam project.
Okay, so I mean, I think if you look at the website, by the way, I like our website, so I want you to tell me how you feel about the website. I think we all spend time and try to make it as cool as possible. But to be fair, on the website there's a huge section about transparency. If you talk about, you got burned because there's a lot of rug pull and pump and dump created by founders and stuff like that. We first of all, we weren't going to launch a token. We were going for the Killer wallet. And we launched the token because we felt that it was obvious we needed a token with the Killer wallet. So it's not like we're not here to just make money on the token itself. Quite frankly, the payment system, there is probably 10 times more money to make than by just collecting a small fee for every transaction with every merchant. So I'm not going to jeopardize this goal by trying to take advantage of all the investors that's supposed to use my payment system later on. But anyway, if you look at the website, I mean, our name is on it. We are going to be KYC compliant. There's no many founders that lock themselves. Most of the rug pool, you can take the liquidity pool and you can take all your things and run. We lock the liquidity pool for a year, and we're actually thinking now to maybe lock it even longer. So this is something that you should understand. We lock liquidity pool, we lock ourselves for selling massively our holdings. So we restricted to do so. We have this burning system. We have a KYC compliance. Our name is over there. We run two audits. The third one, the second one is ongoing, but it should be coming up soon. The third one should be out right after launch. There is a lot of component in what we're doing that that protect you. That should make you feel more confident than any other project out there, period.
And
Cool. Thank you for the response.
Yeah.
And Boomer Light, thank you for the question.
And then let me add another thing that I didn't touch with him, because I like his question really.
Yeah, sure.
Another thing is you don't have people like Strikeforce Technology, a CEO of a POS system, and another CEO that just sold his company for $1 billion, put his name on the line for a project that's going to screw a bunch of investors. I mean, that will be a very bad move for those companies to join us, put their name out there, if they didn't verify and take the time to check us out, check what we did, who we are, where we're going, check the smart contract. All those guys did their due diligence already in order for their lawyer to be like, okay, you can partner up with Fat Cat Killer. It's fine. I mean, look at the names that's out there. I mean, we partner up with GAM. You know, it's a Global Empowerment Mission. Sorry, it's huge. I mean, this is huge. You don't partner up with those guys. They don't partner up with you if you're going to screw anybody. I mean, their reputation is huge in the charity field. You know, and we are the only one who was partnering up with those big guys. And that should tell you something. I mean, it should tell you something. Point me a coin out there that has as much support from real companies, publicly traded companies, companies that have been audited by the government. CEO that made billions of dollars selling their share. I mean, this is probably this itself should make you feel confident.
Beautiful. And thank you for the questions, Boomer Light. Thank you for the response. Gentlemen, we're at the end of the AMA here. And before you all go, really quick, for our listeners that are just joining in, can you give us a quick summary of who you are, what you're building, and why people should have a look at your project? Hello?
Remain's still here, but that's going to be another.
It's okay. We can also wrap things up. I think everything we've wanted to talk about, we've talked about, unless there's anything I missed or any of our audience members missed.
Well, you have another,
I mean, look, I can't go over it. I wasn't another. Justin, I mean, are you waiting?
He's just going through calls right now. We do have a use case that we're going to be announcing soon.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So just in summary, in regards to the project, we offer a lot of things that have been really important to crypto investors. One of them is transparency. Another one is security. Another one is utility. There's a charitable component, and we tell you how we intend to more or less try to save zeros off of our price. Our payment system has never been attempted. I was down in Miami and went to the Bitcoin conference. Out of all of those hundreds of stalls, I didn't see one which was focused on integrated with commonly used POS systems.
Beautiful. Yeah, guys, that's exciting stuff. And I'm really, really eager to see what you guys are going to build in the future. I think it's going to be a big, big paradigm shifter, especially as far as allowing people to spend their crypto and pay for crypto in restaurants, shopping centers, food stores, so on and so forth. So really exciting stuff. And maybe down the line, 6 months down the line, a year from down the line, you guys can come and do another AMA with us. And I'm happy to host you.
We would love nothing more. We think the questions that came out of your forum were
we'll be back.
Point. They're inquisitive, and people actually did their due diligence and did some research on our project. So we really respect and admire that.
Yeah, thanks, man. We put a lot of time and effort into these AMAs, especially the prep work, not just me, but our team and our audience members as well. So it was a pleasure having you guys.
Pleasure's ours.
I'll definitely be back for updates.
Yeah, would love to have you guys.